Well, welcome back. We are diving into one of this summer's most talked about new dramas, Outrageous, on BritBox.
Yeah, the series brings to life the real scandal-filled story of the Mitford sisters, 6 women who defied expectations, challenged society, and made headlines around the world. And joining us right now with more, we've got Bessie and James. Welcome. Thanks for joining us.
Hello.
Hey, guys.
Hi. So what makes Outrageous and just the Mitford sisters' story so compelling today?
Go on, Bessie, off you go.
I think it's the fact that it's true. I mean, it all happened. They were this family who just defied what was expected of them. These 6 sisters who just didn't want to conform to what was expected of them. So they just made these sort of outrageously bold choices in their sort of personal lives and professional lives. And it's sort of mind-blowing that they were all raised under one roof, you know, seeing where they all end up. And they were all, you know, rebellious, outrageous, energetic, intelligent, witty women. And I think personally as an actor, also being part of a series that has 6 female leads, come on, let's do it.
So, yeah, absolutely. What was it like for the both of you, you know, capturing the glamour and the darker sides of 1930s Britain?
I personally find it fascinating. One of the things that drew me to the series was I love the idea of looking at who we are now through the lens of where we were then. And I don't think anybody would be able to watch this show without being able to see very clear parallels between where we are now and where we were then in the early 30s, and especially with the rise of fascism.
Yeah.
And that idea of the fact that these people, a couple of them became very active fascists. One of them was a very close friend of Adolf Hitler's. Now, I have children of my own, and we all have, you know, there are often when you have children, you have problems with your kids, but thankfully I don't have to worry too much about the fact that one of my daughters is hanging out with Adolf Hitler. So
Right.
that's the sort of level of where we're at here. And I find it fascinating. It's very interesting. And I think when people watch it, it's a bit like watching an iron fist in a long white satin glove.
Oof, love that.
Yeah, that's some imagery right there.
Yeah.
How do you hope maybe this series changes or challenges how people see the Mitfords?
Well, I suppose what's similar to something like The Crown, when we are talking about a real family, and a family that people have a lot of opinions on, I think what Sarah Williams, our amazing writer, has done is everything that happens in the series factually happened, but what she does is she pulls the curtain and lets the audience behind to see how these people, these real people, would have or might have felt about these things. So there's a real emotional depth to it, and all of the characters are incredibly dynamic and 3D and nuanced, and they're not just stereotypical bad, good, you know, they're nuanced, and that's what we are as humans. And I suppose one of the things that we've been saying quite a lot about this show is it's asking you, can you love someone and despise their politics? And I suppose what this show does is it, in a very energetic, youthful, quite punky way, and yes, you've got the glamour and the glitz of the, you know, bright young things, lifestyle and smoking, cigarettes and poolside parties, but you're also allowing the cracks to show of what happens if you do not talk with each other and try to understand each other and value each other's opinions. Then you're going to scream louder, and you're going to go to places where you do feel like your opinions are valued. So it's got a lot of sort of, you know, powerful messaging, but also, you know, it's got the backdrop of the beautiful clothes of the 1930s and these 6 glamorous women who you do not expect to go down the roads that they do go down.
Yeah.
Ooh, all the more reason to tune in
know.
and watch.
That's
and
right.
we can watch them on BritBox. When are they going to be released?
I think it's Wednesday for you guys in America and in Canada on BritBox, and it's a day later for us in the UK.
Oh, we get it
Ooh,
first.
we get it
Wow.
first?
So privileged.
We do.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
Bessie and James, thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
guys.
Absolutely.